What up? What up? What up, YouTube? It's your boy Chris. You got Sharon, just two guys,
Again with the real name. You gonna keep saying my real. That is
every
not what's on the
single
bottom of the
time.
screen, sir.
It
Sir.
says Sharon Mosley.
No, it does not. Look at the screen, sir. That's not at all what it says.
Well, in the background, we got your name plastered in the corner. So, yeah, you can't see it. It'll be on the video.
Wow.
Offense line, defense line, his squad line, house call line, in the sound line, in the sound line, in the sound line.
So, what we talking about today?
So today we're gonna talk about a bunch of different other news. We're gonna talk about the A-Rod situation in Green Bay.
Ooh, that's gonna be
Uh,
spicy.
that's gonna be hella spicy.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on over there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're gonna talk about some rookies who could have the biggest impact on their team. Uh, we may get into, what I'm saying, who would you draft during the fantasy league, because we know that's coming up in about, 2 months. People getting their rosters together, you know. And then we're gonna talk about the birds and the bees. A little bit of that. Just throw that in there. You know, it all's gonna come together at the end and make sense.
I don't know. He didn't tell me about this part, but I'm with it. Let's get it.
I never even knew how they mix, but go ahead.
So, first thing we're gonna get into is a few news and notes. So, as we all know, Aaron Rodgers, you know, it's getting a little tough out there. But if you haven't heard already, Adam Schefter came out and said that he had no credible sources for the information that dropped on draft night.
Draft night.
So
Draft
that
night. He
kind of,
had no news.
you say what?
He had no news, so he just decided to create news. That's what he did. That's basically what he did. When you don't have any sources, you basically said, I don't have anything. I got to keep it spicy. So I'm going to throw some stuff out there.
Fair enough. But I don't know, because Adam Schefter is usually pretty credible. I mean, I had never had no issue, but to be fair, he never said like, oh, per source or anything
Yeah,
like
he
that. It's
never
just
did.
they just kind of took it and ran with it.
Because he knew that's what they were going to do. He knew that A-Rod draft night, everybody's going to be listening to a bunch of stuff. So he was like, let me shoot this out there. Now, for what reason, I ain't going to lie to you, I don't know. Because, you know, I mean, it's Adam. Adam doesn't need any more credibility, So I don't know why he felt the need to throw basically false information out there.
It wasn't false information though. It
I
just
mean,
he just people just ran with it like people do. I mean, he dropped some
no,
information and people ran with it as people
okay,
do.
okay. Think about this. Think about this. I say false because it is. If I can't rely on the source, if I say, "Hey, Newton wants to leave this podcast," and everybody runs with it, I don't have a source. I just threw it up, made it out there. It's basically called. It's almost borderline a lie.
No, it's not. Not if you think
Oh,
I'm
so
thinking
so
about
you
leaving.
so you want to leave the show?
Hey man, I don't know the way that these
Wow,
bloopers are setting up.
wow. 2 episodes in, you already trying to go to saying greener grass. He's like, I can't deal with this. 2 shows
Hey,
in, this is a
let
disaster.
let us know down in the comment section if you actually follow NFL, if you follow
Again,
Adam Schefter. Why is he pointing up? Anyway, let us know down below. Personally, I trust Adam Schefter. He's one of my favorite people to go to, especially on Twitter. Just check out and see what he's posted about, see what he has going on. So let us know if you agree or disagree. You should
I trust
agree,
Donald
but
Trump. I trust Donald Trump as my reliable source. So
we gonna have to cut that out. We gonna have to cut that out. All right.
all
So
right.
go ahead,
So
kick it
let
off.
okay. So break down. Let's start with A-Rod. That's the big story right now. A-Rod.
Yeah.
Um, how do you where do you think they went south? I had my views, but I want to hear yours first. How do you go from a darn near Super Bowl, no matter what team they had. Every year you're in the playoffs. Every year you're in the mix. Every year you can start 0-3, you can start 5-0, whatever. But every year you guarantee that you're in the mix. How do you go from that to arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league wanting wanting to leave?
Well,
Like, where do you think the relationship went south at?
I think it came down to specifically just butting heads and not seeing eye to eye on a lot of things. Not uh, matching up goals for the future because you can obviously tell like when they drafted Jalen Hurts. Is that Jalen Hurts? Nope. Jalen
There
Hurts
you
is
go.
on the
One of
Eagles.
the Adam Schefter news. I don't know. One of Jalen Hurts.
I
I was
was,
wondering whose
I
name was
was,
Love
I was
or
talking
Jordan
about
Love.
Jalen Hurts a little bit
Jordan
earlier.
Love, sir.
But
God,
anyway, when he
got us
drafted,
fired already.
I know, man, ain't nobody gonna watch this video. But hey, when they drafted Jordan Love, you can obviously tell that they were trying to go at least in a different direction. Or my assumption is that they had some type of conversation with Aaron that maybe left them open
I
to.
don't think I don't think the conversation happened with Aaron, but go ahead.
I think it definitely did. I think they had some type of conversation, not about maybe drafting a quarterback, but possibly about just his position and where he wants to go in the future, and things like that. Especially when he came on a Pat McAfee show. I don't know if you watch it, but for the whole, I guess you would say last 6 months, every Tuesday, I believe, Aaron Rodgers was on there. Sometimes it was good news, sometimes it was bad news, but some things that really stood out to me was, how he kind of made it nonchalant about the whole team's effort to kind of keep him around and how he always say he doesn't know what his future is going to be there in the NFL and if he's going to stay with the Green Bay Packers. And he said he would like to, but so to me, that just pointed to them having different ideas, possibly wanting to go into a different direction. So I think what it boiled down to was, they came out now. If the stories are true, and they actually offered Aaron Rodgers to make him the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, then that tells me a lot. That tells me that Aaron Rodgers is fed up. That means that they had to have had a meeting and things had to have went south, which means with them being a new regime trying to set up and pursue greatness the way that they see it, Aaron Rodgers obviously wasn't on board. There he couldn't have been. So think it all just boils down to just people butting heads. And um, do I think that they'll actually end up coming back around and seeing things through? Maybe, but I think Aaron Rodgers right now at least is fed up. I think he's ready to go.
I,
So
okay, that's an interesting take. I have a more personal thought about it. I think that it's a lot. I think the Jordan Love draft um, set it over the edge. But I think previously before that, you have to look at Aaron Rodgers, who constantly is begging for help on offense, constantly begging for help. Without Devontae Adams, even with Devontae Adams out, even with Aaron Jones out before that, he had no real help at wide receiver or anywhere else. He always had a decent O line, nothing, what I'm saying, nothing too much to brag about. But so then, in the midst of that season, Devontae Adams was hurt, so the offense was kind of suspect. It had Alan Lazard, and they were playing with Scantling and all that, but they weren't anywhere near um, Adams' level. So then, instead of you saying, "Look, our quarterback needs some help," our quarterback, what I'm saying, needs a number. Because if you realize the Packers have never drafted a number one, say first round caliber wide receiver.
right.
So instead, you decide to move up and get Love,
Hmm.
who essentially is looked at as his replacement because maybe he did. I think he did have a down season that year.
Hmm.
Okay, so then he still takes y'all to the playoffs and almost has a chance to go to at least the Final Four. What I'm saying? Don't have me lying. Don't have me lying about uh what their position is and everything like that. You know, but I think Aaron Rodgers, and then on top of that, when you add um what Tampa Bay did for Tom Brady.
And
Basically,
I think that's a big change too. That set a big precedence right there.
yeah, because you got to look at it. Um, uh, Tampa Bay basically went out and said, "Hey, buddy, we gonna give you every single chance to win." But that's the window that we got. We realize that you got probably 2, maybe 3 good years, in it. And we gonna give you anything. We went out and got Leonard Fournette. We got Antonio Brown. We already had a decent defense. Like they went out and got a whole package to surround about Tom Brady. They went and got Gronk. And they helped them. And look what happened. So then if I'm Aaron Rodgers, I'm like, I'm going back, I'm looking at the end of my career. Um, like all this other stuff. And I'm like, y'all don't go get help. And then even this year, y'all didn't even try to get him some help. Y'all went and got a corner. Granted, y'all needed a corner. I don't know if y'all needed a corner, but y'all still didn't draft a wide receiver till, if I'm not mistaken, maybe the 3rd round. So again, you got another Lazard or Scantling, and you're basically telling Aaron Rodgers make do.
And that's the same situation that Tom Brady was in, right? And I think that they were looking at it as, um, he can carry the boat. You know what I mean? If Aaron Rodgers can carry the boat and and make the team better, then why not?
Yeah, see, but you're basically taking him for granted. Basically, what you're saying. Okay, you take football out of it. Take football out of it, and look at it as a business or even a relationship. And you look at it as a person does X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z, and then that person will never get a thank you. That person will never get, oh, I appreciate you. Person will never get like anything that says I appreciate you. Eventually, you just like, okay, this person's taking me for granted, so I got to go somewhere else where I'm moving to or where I'm appreciated. And let's be for real, I think anybody right now, you can take Aaron Rodgers and put him on anybody's team and be like he instantly takes that team to Super Bowl or playoff level, no matter where they're at.
Okay, so with that
You know,
being said, you can't fault them for trying to build the team around Aaron Rodgers in a different way. Like, hey, what we want to do
they
is we want
didn't
to
build
beef
around
up.
Aaron Rodgers.
No, no,
They
I'm
didn't
saying
build around.
they're trying to build it in a different aspect, right? So, like I said, like what the Patriots are doing, Patriots always try to have a number one defense. Yeah,
Because they were trash.
we never had the best weapons, but we always had a fantastic defense. You see what I'm saying? We
But
always had
but
great
what did they
coaching.
do this year?
Hmm?
But what did they do this year in free agency,
But we
which they
don't,
never did?
but we don't have Tom Brady anymore.
But hold on,
Patriots don't
but
have
they
Tom
but
Brady.
you're but basically what you did was you realized the trash Patriots realized that they didn't have any offensive weapons. So what did they do? They went out and got Hunter Henry. They went out and got Jonnu Smith. They went out and got somebody else. They are putting weapons around because they're another example of taking Tom Brady for granted because they had so much success and Tom Brady made it happen. And then when he couldn't, Tom Brady took a hit. Oh, he's at the end of his career. And oh, he's this and oh, he's that. So then Tom Brady left, and then they realized, oh shoot, maybe it wasn't Tom Brady. Maybe it was the fact that Julian Edelman, who's at near the end of his career, was y'all's best wide receiver.
Hmm. Okay,
So
but
what they do, they went out and got pieces for Cam. Cam had a trash year, but it wasn't Cam's fault.
right, but you have to think about the quarterback placement of the situation. So, for example, um, I give you a perfect example. Your whack team, Dallas, right? Dallas has fantastic weapons, fantastic surrounding Dak, fantastic, but yet their defense is garbage, so they're not going to win games. But if you know you have a quarterback who can handle it, now, for example, now what they might be able to do now is stop adding weapons to the offense, right? They can quit adding weapons to the offense and build up their
Yeah.
defense. Why? Because they know for a fact, due to the first, what was it, 4 or 5 games that Dak played before he got injured, um, that they know Dak can provide. Dak can do what he needs to do. So that tells them, hey, we don't. Yeah, it's great to have all these weapons, but I guarantee soon they're gonna cut Gallup. You see what I'm saying? Why
Oh
pay
yeah,
him
yeah.
that
No,
much?
they gonna
There's no point. There's
cut.
no
They gonna
point.
cut Gallup because of financial reasons.
Yeah, but there's no point
You
in
know what I'm
having.
saying?
There's no point in having that many weapons. There's not. Now I agree with the simple fact that hey, you got to show your quarterback some love, right?
Hold on,
Like
we got a special guest. We got a special guest. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an unexpected guest of the show. Not gonna lie, I just sat here just now and sent him the invite for this show. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, sir. Where do you think their relationship went south?
I really don't know, bro. Probably when they let Jordan Nelson go.
Damn, bro, like 2 years ago. Like Jordan Nelson been gone like 3 years, bro.
Hey man, you asked me a question, I'll let you know.
Okay. That was not the answer that
This is only chance out.
Okay. Now, from your knowledge, I know you don't keep up with much football at all. I know you like to watch the Olympic
Ice skating, you're right.
yeah, ice skating. Right quick, because I know you're a busy man. You got, you know what I'm saying? It sound like, I don't know much about your life, but it sound like you got kids and stuff. You know, which rookie do you think is gonna have the biggest impact on the team? And please don't go with the obvious and say Trevor Lawrence.
It gotta be.
You gotta be who?
Nah, I wasn't gonna say Trevor, dog. I was honestly, I would go tell you it had to be Patrick Surtain, bro.
Wow. I was not expecting that answer
No,
at all.
me either.
Not on defense. Not on defense. I was not expecting that. I honestly wasn't. So Patrick Surtain to Denver.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Well,
I think
what's your thoughts behind that circle? That was not even my thought at all.
I mean, it was messed up because that should have been Dallas Cowboy. But since he's not, I think he had I think he was the best cornerback in the draft. I like Horn too, but I think he was pretty much the best cornerback in the draft.
So out of all the
Denver D line is crazy, man. So
Denver's defense is gonna be nice.
Oh
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They already scary, and they added another piece to shut down pretty much half the field.
Yeah.
And if they add Aaron Rodgers, that's pretty much Super Bowl.
They need a little bit more than Aaron. I'm gonna tell you.
No, they don't. Because you got Cortland Sutton coming back. They got Jordan. They got Jerry Jeudy. They got another wide receiver, and they got a tight end, and they just drafted a running back.
Yeah, bro. Everybody not gonna come out the league out of college like Zeke did.
I mean, I agree, but I'm just saying that the pieces are there for them.
They're gonna be nice, bro. But I don't think about no Super Bowl, bro. I don't even think about. Well, I can say playoffs, but not a Super Bowl.
I give you that. My pick for the rookie, I was gonna say Devontae Smith.
Nah.
But not wait. I said I was, but you gotta look at how the team is constructed and the quarterback play. His talent is there. I don't see him making the impact that he could if he was on another team. So if I could go for the rookie, I'm gonna go with Chase. I'm gonna go with Chase, wide receiver.
Jamar
Chase. I thought you were gonna say Kyle Pitts. I thought you were gonna say Kyle Pitts.
No, because Atlanta already had a good offense. Atlanta already had a good nobody really questioned their offense. It was always their defense. So
they had a good offense in the first 3 quarters. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah, I agree. But I think Jamar Chase, you add him.
That's not bad.
You add him. I just think that gives him the weapon. I think that gives Miami? You go to Miami?
No.
Who?
Jamar Chase.
No, he went to Bengals.
Yeah, the Bengals, bro.
Shit. Okay.
Scratch
that answer.
See,
boy,
we ain't never gonna get no subscribers. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you who y'all sleeping on. Tell you who you sleeping on.
Hold on, wait. If you say the New England Patriots pick,
no,
you better say no New England Patriots pick. He got Mac Jones. Mac Jones, I ain't gonna lie to you. They're gonna try to make Mac Jones the next Tom Brady, and he gonna be the next Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, I'm thinking more Ryan Leaf.
He gonna give you flashes. Damn. He gonna give you flashes of what they were hoping he could be, but he really not gonna pan out.
Bro, we're not even about to get into the historical statistic that this man put down because that's not who my person is.
Bro, okay.
I'm gonna tell you who it is.
That was worthy. Who did he play that was worthy?
What do you mean?
Who did
He's
he
in one of the
bring in?
biggest. He's in one of the biggest conferences. Period. It doesn't matter. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, go ahead and say
I'm gonna tell you who I
your
think it is.
beat.
People are
Yeah, go
people are
ahead.
sleeping on Rashawn Slater. So the lineman, the offensive lineman for the Chargers, the protection that's going to be able to give Herbert is going to be ridiculous. The way that the Chargers beefed up their offensive line in the draft, the assistance that they gave, as well as beefing up their defense, I'm telling you, just
No,
that one additional piece is going to make Herbert. I
no,
mean, it's
it's
going to
gonna,
be make Herbert a lot better.
it's gonna change. But let's be for real. How often until payday? How often are O linemen recognized?
They don't have to be recognized. They have to do is protect that quarterback, and we already know Rashawn Slater's gonna do it. My other sleeper is Rashad Bateman, the one that went to the Ravens, Baltimore Ravens, wide receiver.
Oh, we got two? I thought we only got one. I thought we
Yeah,
only doing one.
he's
Don't
changing.
matter.
He's changing.
I do what I
He's
do. I got a
changing.
Patriots flag behind me, and we do what we got to do to win. So,
Yeah,
But you
I
didn't pick
told you
nobody on the Patriots.
oh,
exactly.
we gonna get to that later because we got a topic about which teams improved and all that. So that's something that's coming up later. But anyway,
Hey, look, you already
but
put it out there. Let's fast forward and put it out there. Go ahead.
okay, let's
This,
go.
this show has no order whatsoever.
No,
I think we did the outro first.
yeah, because I'm gonna go back and say who my other rookie is, and
Go
then
ahead.
I'm gonna go back to my best.
Hey,
Who's your other rookie?
Matter of fact, we might as well say who's gonna be the rookie of the year last year. I got my surprise pick. I picked Herbert. Nobody's claiming. Just telling y'all watch.
That might be a good pick, bro.
Who's your second player?
I mean, you know, I'm a Dallas fan, bro. I gotta say Michael Parsons, bro.
Michael Parsons isn't gonna change y'all's defense. It's not. Period.
No. I'm gonna say forget this.
You said who's gonna have a bigger impact, right?
Who's gonna have the biggest?
Change the defense.
Who's gonna have the biggest impact? It ain't no Michael Parsons.
Okay, you pick
what?
It's not he's not gonna have the biggest impact.
I'm gonna tell
Huh?
Because you ain't said nothing about the Patriots yet.
Y'all know it's coming. It's already coming. So don't even worry.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna say forget y'all. I'm gonna just say the whole Dallas defense. Because Dan Quinn sucked as a head coach, but he's great at defense.
But now he only got one job.
He got one job. And if you look at everybody that they drafted, first of all, we just got younger. We got way younger, and we didn't get no backup players off of teams. Like you know how Dallas always do. Dallas always try to get. They sign Zeke and sign Dak, and then on defense we try to get people at the end of their career like Everson Griffin and all these D linemen at the end of their career. But if you look at Michael Parsons, if he can stay healthy, it's always the question. What's that white boy name? The linebacker name? Van something, whatever his name is.
Oh, Van Der Esch?
Yeah, Van Der Esch. Then you got Jalen Smith. If he can play like if Jalen Smith can play like he did before he got his money, then you add Jabril Cox, and then
Bro, okay. Let me cut you off.
Don't
Dallas, don't expect Dallas. Don't expect Dallas's defense to go from 32 to 12. It's not going to happen.
I promise you.
It's
Look,
not going to happen. Mark it down.
Mark this day right
Drop
here.
it down in the comment section below. What rank do you think Dallas's defense is going to be? I guarantee it's 25. It's going to be around 25.
Bro, stop.
It's going to be around 25.
Guarantee
Period.
you, bro.
Period.
Dallas defense goes from last. I guarantee you, by the end of the season, Dallas defense goes to top 10.
I'm willing to bet.
I'm saying it right now. What is this?
What are we doing?
This is May 8th, 2021.
We got Chris. We got Chris right there. Hey, what are we taking a bet on? That's part of the bet. Nope. It's not.
I gotta put a house on the line for that shit.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Go ahead, put your house on the line.
Dallas defense go to top 10.
No, I mean his house. He gotta move the hell out.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, can we cuss on this podcast?
You can do as you please. This isn't for children. We check the box. This isn't for children. We check that box.
I'm just checking. He is drinking, and I know that ain't no damn tea.
No, this is apple juice.
The way you sipping it is.
The way you stuttering, I know it ain't apple juice.
Nah, definitely apple juice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
I'm stuttering because I was born with it.
Dallas' defense. Hey, so a bottle for the person who wins this bet.
Chris don't drink. I'm getting Chris a bottle of milk. So that's easy.
That's his business.
Milk, huh?
Bottled
Okay.
milk. You know
Pretty.
what, Chris? You know what? I was gonna say Wingfield burger, but you can't have that right
Nope, not gonna eat it. Wouldn't even try it. Not
now.
gonna
Okay,
eat it
well,
with your
Chris,
lips.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know what, Chris? I get Callie some stock in dog coin, Bitcoin.
Me Dogecoin?
Is that what I said? I said dog coin.
Did you hear it, bro?
I said dog. I mean, you know what? I'm mad that I've said that a
That you
couple
had
times.
drunk all of the alcohol over there. That's what you're
No,
mad
no,
at.
bro. Look. I've said that a couple times in my
And nobody
regular,
Okay.
and
So
nobody said nothing, bro.
okay. So
Nobody said nothing. I said dog coin about 10 times this week, and no,
and
not one
who were
person.
you talking to?
because you weren't talking to no
You know,
investors, that's what it was.
I was talking to a couple people from the
You weren't
job.
talking to nobody that can fucking read.
No.
That
I
don't even look
literally,
like it.
I literally said dog coin about 10 times this week at least, and nobody said anything. I promise.
Yeah,
Hey,
I wasn't gonna say
so
nothing either, bro. I'm just gonna keep letting you
so switch.
you
Have
spoiled
y'all heard so y'all know Villanueva, the old Steelers lineman, got sent
Yep.
to the Ravens,
He
right?
got sent to Ravens. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all heard what he was talking about? What he
Nah.
was saying? Okay, so he already talking to us. He was talking about how he's
Are you
happy to
talking
be.
about Juju now?
Yeah. So he was talking about basically how happy he is to be on a run first team and how
What
some people like to pass first teams, and just like to dance on logos and do stuff like that.
Damn. I mean, you gotta,
well, I mean,
you gotta take that for what it's worth because some teams will be like, if you switch somebody on Baltimore and put them on Pittsburgh, somebody gonna talk shit because they're not gonna like the fact that Baltimore is a run first team. If you take any wide receiver from Baltimore and
well, they
put them
only a
on,
run first team because they I mean, they quarterback and they running back. That's the
yeah,
only reason they run first team.
But
and they wide
If
that's
they
what
receivers
I'm
had a
saying.
trash,
regular,
But but that's what I'm saying
if they
about
still had
Rashad
Joe
Bateman.
Flacco, they would damn sure be
and they
a
wide
pass
receivers
first team.
and they wide receivers are trash.
That's what I was
Who?
saying about Rashad Bateman.
Baltimore.
Rashad Bateman is gonna open that up. He's gonna
Oh
open
yeah,
it up.
no. That's,
He's gonna open it up.
they
They
gonna
still
have
gonna be
to.
a run first team, but now you got a guard. You can't just put two people on Marquise and call it a day. Now you're gonna have to watch them.
First of all,
Bro,
whoever was who was putting two people on Marquise?
You got to put two people on Marquise. He's too quick.
not out the slot.
Who was putting two people on Marquise?
Not
All you
out
gotta
the
do is play.
slot, dog.
Telling you, you better
You
watch
don't
it.
have to, bro. Stop. What nobody? What nobody? All they had to do with Marquise is cover the top. That's all they had to do.
Go.
Marquise wasn't no threat nowhere else but over the top.
I'm telling you.
Because you play fantasy football. Whoever had him on their team, he vanished about 10 games out of the season.
That's because they doubled him up.
They didn't. Bro, what nobody doubling him up?
They put,
He's a streaker.
bro.
He's
They
a
put.
streaker.
They
Basically,
got the.
what they say,
They put the corner.
they say run straight or run a post right.
Yeah. So they put the corner on him, and then they put the safety up top, and that takes care of him, and then that way that they can take care of Andrews, and
So
they ain't had
and
no other wide
this is
receivers.
see, but
That's
look,
why Willie
this
Snead was popping off for a
but
few
this
weeks.
is why I say Marquise Brown is trash because you
Oh,
flip
he ain't
it.
trash.
Nah, Marquise Brown trash.
He's
Marquise
mediocre.
He's trash. He's trash.
He's gonna be another.
Because
He's gonna be another Julian Edelman.
because you put it like this. Look at Green Bay. Devontae Adams is their
Really,
weapon.
the other one got.
Devontae Adams is their weapon, and yet teams can't seem to stop him. And he ain't running no 4-3.
He's
He
an
ain't
elite.
running.
He's an
You know what I'm
elite wide
saying?
receiver. That's above.
That's what I mean though.
No, he a
If
legit. He a legit number one. He's not a
yeah,
Marquise Brown. What 4'6"?
at best. Look.
You
That's
see
why
what
I'm
I'm
mad.
saying?
That's why I'm mad that the Dolphins got Waddle. I'm like Waddle fast. He
I-
ain't.
I'm not too sure. Okay, so I looked up the stats for Tua, right? And Tua still had one of the highest. I think he was top 5, I believe, in deep threat percentages, right, in completions. Because I was curious as to why they added so much speed on the outside. Well, speed in general, I should say. Because that didn't seem like Tua's scheme. Because all last season, all we heard was that Tua would dump off, right, like those 10 and leave it bees. But apparently he knows how to throw the ball deep, so I'm expecting him to open
I
up
don't.
that. I'm
I don't
expecting him
remember
to
those
open up
games
that
because I
offense.
had Devontae Parker on my team a couple times, and I don't remember those deep passes.
That's what I was saying.
No, they wasn't. They were non-existent.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I was
They
surprised too.
must be talking about deep runs.
No,
because still wasn't no deep passes. Because
I
y'all.
mean,
I
Hey,
had
he
are you
got a nice arm.
are y'all
He got a
surprised?
nice arm, bro.
Are y'all surprised that they didn't pick up a running back?
no, I'm not surprised.
They could have gotten Harris
I
or
think
ETN.
I think they should have. I mean, could they, you know what I'm saying? But think about it again. What running back was really worth them taking in the first round?
Najee Harris or
Well,
Travis Etienne. Both of them.
Nah.
What?
What running back they was, bro? They were number 6. What running back was really worth them taking at number 6?
They had the number 18 pick.
I wouldn't have taken Najee Harris at that point either.
The Steelers took him like 2 picks later.
Travis
Travis
Steelers,
Etienne.
bro.
Travis
They're still trying to recover from Le'Veon Bell.
Travis Etienne got picked up and they didn't even need him because they had James Robinson.
Steelers low key should have got a quarterback.
Y'all are sleeping on those running backs. I'm gonna tell you who Najee Harris is gonna end up being. Listen, with that offensive line that the Steelers have, as bad as it is, Najee Harris is gonna be the next Joe Mixon.
Is Joe Mixon on the team? No, he is.
Well, we ain't never gonna get no likes. We ain't never gonna get no likes. We ain't gonna get.
I'm thinking about
How you say that he gonna be the next Joe Mixon? Then you said something bad right before that.
About the offensive
line.
Yeah, because think about the Bengals. Think about the Bengals' offensive line. Think about the Bengals' offensive line. Right? It's terrible. It's always been terrible. That's why it's so hard for him to get open. But he still does what he has to do. He's gonna be next Joe Mixon.
Random.
Man, I should have kept doing what I was doing.
What? Y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't.
Okay, Newton, go to one more of your other thoughts because right now your thoughts aren't making sense. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so where do y'all see Najee Harris going? What type of player do you see him getting? So so put it like this. Even with James Conner, injured, right? He still received
injured. Conner went somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm talking about last season. So even with James Conner being injured, he still received a ridiculous payload of touches. So and under that regime, all they want is a single running back.
He's a 3-down back. Under those touches, did he produce those touches?
And not this past season, but previous seasons, yeah. Look it up.
Bro, what do you mean? Looking for Le'Veon Bell, bro. It's not.
But stop saying previous seasons like he got like
behind Le'Veon Bell is a little different.
You say what?
Yeah, come behind Le'Veon Bell would be real different, man.
But it doesn't matter. You asked, does he produce? He did not produce. He didn't produce last season, which they had the 31st worst run offensive line. I believe they're ranked 31st. So it's not like they're offensive.
I see what you're doing, Newton. I see what you over there doing, Newton.
What's up?
You over there acting like you can read.
I'm not reading.
Not looking at something in front of you. I'm not. No, definitely.
You can see everything that I can see. You can see everything that I can see.
That's a lie, because really we only seeing each other. You got multiple screens up, sir.
I have one other screen. And it's a picture of y'all three.
It's probably showing anime right now. He ain't even look. He looking at.
I'm trying to tell you.
He looking at Castlevania right now.
That's why. See, practicality, right? Like my stuff didn't work out last year.
Like Stephen A. Smith, bro.
Spell it right now.
No, what I'm trying to say is this.
Spell it.
I don't know how to spell it.
Like it.
I know how to use it. I know how to use it correctly. Listen.
Look, you better put his phone down.
Good. That mug was killing me. But no, so I'm a stats guy, right? So I started to look up just kind of stats and stuff like that. Like obviously I'm not no data analyst or nothing like that, but I think it's important to look it up to see what's really going on, to see what the competition is. So for example, James Conner, although I think he's gonna be pretty damn productive, because he was one of the most productive runners within the 5-yard line. So going to the Cardinals, he's gonna be pretty good. For anybody that know NFL stats, drop your comments down below so we can prove this guy wrong, right? So I'm trying to tell you.
Drop your comments down below.
James Conner was 5 of 6 within the 5-yard line. He was one of the highest ranked running backs to score touchdowns when he was close to the goal, which is why I think he's going to be big when he goes to the Cardinals.
So basically what you're saying is James Conner.
So okay, I'm put it to you like this. Let me ask you this:
Jordan Howard was as good as Conner.
Jordan Howard was as good as Conner? No, but he was just as beneficial, I would
Because
say,
all they did was bring him in on the 1 yard line and pound it in.
and it
And
works.
he got like 6 touchdowns
And
off
it
of it.
works. Okay, let me put it to you like this: a healthy James Conner or a healthy Kenyon Drake. Who you taking?
Kenyon Drake.
No,
I'm not answering that.
no.
I'm taking Kenyon Drake.
No, I'm taking James Conner. I'm gonna take James Conner. Kenyon Drake scored 10
James
touchdowns.
Conner the first year, yeah.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm saying. A healthy, full healthy James Conner, ready to go. James Conner and
I'll
Kenyon,
take James Conner.
Okay.
Kenyon Drake still scored.
James Conner or Marion Barber.
Bro,
What kind of law can you take this shit serious?
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one right there.
no, it's not. A healthy
It's a
James
tough one.
I'll still take Conner just because of it.
I'll
Just
take an
'cause of it.
injured James Conner.
Damn, bro. Y'all. Wow.
But Kenyon
Yeah,
Drake still scored 10 touchdowns. I had him on my team last year, and he was garbage.
Your
He was
team
garbage.
was garbage. That's not a good.
My
That's
team
not a
was
good
Yeah, I mean, you
my
can't
t-
really say
no
nothing, bro.
my team was top 4 in scoring. I just couldn't play the right people.
Yeah,
Is
but
it-
you always say
That's like saying
Bro.
I would have made the playoffs, but other teams won.
No,
Yeah,
that's like saying I should have won if I knew better.
yeah, but you always won second place every week.
No, it killing me. It was killing me.
I
It's
think
stupid.
what did you win? Like one game last year? 2 games?
I think two or three.
No,
See, bro,
you win.
it's hard for me to talk about stats with you if you can't even. I know you didn't play football. I know
I did play
it was
football.
like, no, I'm talking for real. And I know, I know it was hard for you to get that shit, but I know you didn't play ball, and I know you can't really judge how the hell you put people in, or how do you.
But I
What
know.
I want to say.
But I know how. But I know how.
Analyze.
But I know how to read stats. That's what I know how to do. I know how to read
You can't
stats.
read the paper you put in front of you.
There's no paper in front of me. Ain't no paper in front of me. That's what I'm saying. Hey, y'all ain't gotta believe me. When you over here taking Barber over Connor, you know, I can't trust you, nothing.
Yeah, I'm done talking to Mosley. I don't know.
Well, I'm just trying to tell y'all, you know what I mean? Like we can talk about what we think personally, right? And the look test, I guess you would say, right? Visually what it looks like. But you can't lie against stats. You can't lie against numbers. You can't
It's
you
like
can't
the
falsify
sniff
numbers.
test when you know.
I mean, you can lie against numbers because numbers aren't always numbers are accurate, but numbers always don't tell the whole story. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you need the whole thing.
Like they used to always say, "Oh, Dak threw for 4,500 yards or whatever like that." But then they come back and say, "Well, that was garbage time when they was losing and they was trying to, come back."
But
so
it's
they
still
couldn't do nothing.
4,500 yards.
Yeah, but it's still 4,500 yards and still same fantasy
No,
points.
I get it. No, I'm just saying that's the argument that people have. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? One person is saying, "Oh, look at the stats that Dak has." Other person is like, "Yeah, but then look at the situation." So sometimes you gotta somewhere meet in the middle and be like, okay, which one's the truth? You know what I'm saying? Which one is really accurate? And sometimes numbers lie. I ain't gonna lie to you.
The
Numbers
truth is
I don't know, bro.
the
A lot
truth
of
is
things lie, but numbers can't.
numbers can't lie, bro. I mean, that's just a fact. So
lie.
although
2 + 3 equals
but this
6.
is but
Numbers lie.
this is what I just started doing last season, right? So
I'm still
me and Mosley would always call me the next week after the Sunday, right? After the Sunday game, and we would always laugh that my bench went off. I just never played the right people. So and last year was the first year I started looking at stats and statistics. So I had the right, even if I wouldn't have won, I had the right what's the word? I had the right idea. I just didn't implement it correctly.
So maybe for a person like you, maybe you just need to guess.
No,
You don't need to look at
that's
stats.
you. That's you. You literally guess.
You don't need to look at stats. You don't need to look at analytics.
I guess.
You just
Hey,
need to guess.
I guess the first year.
definitely Mosley.
You might be right. You might be right because I guess the first year and I made the playoffs.
Cause I had Gaskin in for about 6 weeks straight before he got injured, and hey, he always did his projection. He never did over that. He never did over his projection.
Oh no,
Because you're mediocre and you're cool with that.
Hey, look. With my whole team injured, I made some.
Hey,
of the
Chris,
best
how many wins did you have last year?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, more than you.
I had more than
That's
you,
fine.
bro. Because you definitely finished last.
That's fine. That's right. But guess what? How many wins did you have though?
I probably had more than your ass, so I don't know.
If I had 2 to 3 wins, you had 5 to 6.
Is that numbers don't lie, motherfucker? I still one more than you, right?
I had 10.
You would you wouldn't make in the playoffs either. So
It's all right, man.
Look,
It's all right.
I had 10, but because of one trade and injuries, because anybody that would have said that if you got Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones, and Christian McCaffrey all on the same damn team and you lost, should have
Yeah,
happened.
that's really good.
Should have ever
Who you
happened.
traded? Who you trade?
I traded. Oh, you know what? I'm lying. I had Dalvin Cook, Austin Eckler, and Christian McCaffrey. I had Aaron Jones, but I traded him for Christian McCaffrey. And then the next week, Christian McCaffrey got hurt all season. Eckler got hurt for like 8 weeks. That's when I got Gaskin and some other team. But and I still managed to be in the playoffs, the Final Four of the playoffs. I'm amazing because Justin Jefferson was amazing for me.
You ball.
A-Rod situation. Where do you think that this situation went south at, sir?
You really got to tell me what A-Rod situation talking about.
Oh, you don't know about the A-Rod situation?
Nope, just him and J-Lo.
Him and